Hey Sainers, welcome back to the Saints TV YouTube channel. Hope you're all having a great week so far. Before I get started into the video, I just want to send my thoughts out to the Beveridge family. Just heard the news, obviously, of John Beveridge, who was a renowned recruiter and just absolute champion St Kilda person, passing overnight. He was in charge of recruiting Rewalt, Cozzy, Fisher, Del Santo. Just absolutely loved the club and loved football. So we send our love and thoughts out to the Beveridge family at this very difficult time. Always tough losing an amazing St Kilda person at any point, and John was no exception. Okay, so we've just heard, a couple of hours ago, but it is confirmed that Tim Membrey is going to join Collingwood. So he's successfully passed a medical that was kind of up in the air last week. I mentioned that in one of my Trade Talk videos, and the delisted free agency window opens November 1st. So there's still another sort of week to pretty much get it over the line, but the medical was pretty much the last step. It looks like they're going to offer him probably a 2-year deal. I know it was a bit of an issue with a lot of Sainers kind of wondering why we would let him go, because we don't really have that many tools. If you look at sort of our stocks at the moment, without Membrey, it's, forward of centre, it's Mitch Owens, it's Cooper Sharman, Anthony Caminiti, and Max King. So that's kind of where we're at. Jack Hayes, I'm not really sure what's happening there. Rowan Marshall could drift forward if he's got some more support in the ruck. Could it be Jack Hayes? I don't know. It seems like we're really backing in the youngsters now. We're really putting it to them in Sharman, Caminiti, and even Mateus Filippo can play midfield, but he can go forward and kick goals. It's really up to them now to kind of lead us forward. And with Skunk, he's played 178 games. For St Kilda, he played one with Sydney. He's been a really, really good player for us over the journey. Multiple, most goals for us. Collingwood need that depth. We're not going to get anything for him now, which is a bit disappointing because I think he's got some value and his back end of the year was pretty good. But it does, obviously strengthen Collingwood in an area that they absolutely need. And for us, midfield is our focus. And obviously finding a replacement for Josh Battle. But for Skunk, I believe we offered him a year and he wanted more job security. Simple as that. And if Collingwood come knocking and say, hey, pass a medical, we'll give you 2 years on modest salary, you probably take that. Long term, we know that Skunk probably was never going to be part of our next premiership tilt. And for Collingwood, it's very much a now. Like, you look at the players they brought in, it's very much, let's win in the next 2 years. They've got some good youth, obviously Dacos and these sort of guys, Bobby Hill, but across the board, they're one of the oldest teams in the competition, which tells me they're in the window now. They want to win. We're not really in the window now, obviously. We're building to get into the window, and obviously our draft focus is the focus, 7 and 8. Jack McRae was a need, but we didn't really need to go and splurge on 30-year-olds across the board. So we've kind of, lost Tom Campbell. He was 32. Seb Ross was pushing 31. Tim Membrey was pushing 30, 31. Brad Crouch, nearly 30, I think, could retire. Our average age is dropping. It's, probably 24 and a half now, I'm guessing. So we're probably mid-table or below mid-table in terms of the age demographic, like the age, average age for the players. So yeah, I wish Skunk all the best. Loved watching him play. Him and Josh Bruce, that throws me back to they weren't necessarily the two twin towers, but you kind of, you knew Tim was always going to dominate against the Bombers or Carlton. Carlton supporters hated playing against him. He would always bob up and kick his 3. It was kind of like Minchington against the Cats. He always kicked 3, but he never kicked goals in any other game. Tim was obviously more consistent in other games, but it is going to be a little bit hard seeing him in the black and white in front of the Collingwood faithful. I think it's good for both parties. I think he gets a bit more security, and I think we get to kind of focus on who can do it long term now and be part of that next premiership, tilt for the Saints. So that is the news. Tim Membrey is going to sign with Collingwood. It's imminent. He's passed his medicals, and it's going to be interesting to see how that develops. And I guess another throw of faith in Max King, mate. It's your forward line. Cooper Sharman, Anthony Caminiti. If he doesn't have to go back, it's all on you guys now. So. You're the future, and the time is now. So Disappointing to lose Tim Membrey, but we kind of all knew that was going to happen, so I just wanted to confirm it here, guys, and let me know your thoughts. Do you think it's a mistake? Do you think we should have kept him on? Yeah, do you think we're going to look back on this and think, shit, we needed that senior player? Because when you think about it now, who's the most senior forward we've got? Max King? It's interesting, really. We don't really have anyone on the older side. Dan Butler's probably the most senior forward that we have at the moment, which is interesting. So we're kind of pretty youthful down there now, which is exciting. That's the video, Saners. Thank you very much for watching. Put your thoughts in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe as always. I appreciate the support. And have a great weekend. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Take care. And as always, go you mighty Saners. See you guys.